jungle.
We thank God for His love. Seeing this day, it is a privilege. It's by the mercy of God that we are able to see this day. So I've come today again with another live video, and we are going to talk today on we are waging war against negative what? I'm a positive girl, so I always talk about positivity, positivity, positivity. I'll never get tired of talking about positivity. Yes. So today we are waging war against negative what? Words are very powerful. Words are like seeds. I know for farmers, I'm not good in farming because I didn't grow up in a village or a rural zone, so I don't have much knowledge about it. But the little I can say is that seeds are powerful, and words are, we can liken words as seeds, and whatever you throw or whatever you say is going to produce. We have bad seeds, we have good seeds, and when we sow them, when we put them under the ground, they'll produce, and we'll have an harvest. It can be bad harvest, it can be good harvest. Same are like words. Whatever you say, it's not neutral. Either it's positive or negative. You need to understand that whatever you say, whatever you think, whatever you say in general will always have an effect. It's either positive or negative. So be very careful whatever you say, okay? So this evening we are going to talk about how we can fight against negative word, against negative thought. What are the practical steps? What are the practical tool that we can put in practice to be positive, to only talk positively? It is possible to speak positively. It is possible to have positive words. It is possible to declare positivity. It is possible. So it doesn't matter where you are coming from. It doesn't matter what you are going through. I'm here to tell you that it's possible to leave the negative war, to leave negativity and come into positivity is possible. I was like that before, but I had to work it out. Okay, you need to work it out, consciously work it out, consciously leave the negativity and get into positivity. Okay, so we are going to read in the book of Numbers. We are going to get into the scripture. I'm a God's girl, Jesus girl. I'll always refer to the Bible. So we are not going to proceed without reading a scripture, and we are going to read from the book of Numbers, number 13, from verse 26 to 31. Yeah, it's a story about Moses and the children of Israel. It so happened that Moses had to send some people to spy the land, the promised land. He sent 12 people. Then we are going to see what happened here. History is going to be a little bit long, but I'm going to take from verse 30, so we don't take a lot of time reading the scripture. So you can read it at home if you are free. Numbers 13 from verse 16 for better understanding. When you are reading, when you are meditating, you can go through that. But we are going to start from verse 30. Then Caleb silenced the people before Moses and said, "We should go up and take possession of the land, for we certainly do it. For we can certainly do it. But the men who had gone up with him, we cannot attack those people. They are strong than we are." And they spread among the Israel a bad report about the land that they had explored. They said, "The land we explored devoured those living in it. All the people we saw there are of great size. We saw the Nephilim there, the descendant of Anak from the Nephilim. We seem like grasshopper in our eyes, and we look the same to them." Yes. Yeah, it's as I said earlier, Moses had to send 12 people to explore the promised land, and when they came back, they had to give a report. And to give a report, there was a multitude of people. the Moses was there, and with the Israelites, the children of God, they were there to listen what the 12 spies have seen in the promised land. The promised land had a lot of things. They said there was milk and honey, a lot of fruit. They even got some fruit to show the people the kind of fruit that they had there. Then they said also something else. The land is good. There are good things there, but there are giants in the land. There are giants in the land. And there's a part that is really funny to me. And they said we are like grasshopper in our eyes. Not in their eyes. They said in their eyes. Not in the eyes of the giant. That they saw themselves like grasshopper. That is already a negativity. We see that these children, no matter what, no matter the goods that they saw, they still allow negativity to take hold of their mind. That is what is happening these days. That is what is happening in the world. Yes, what is funny is that these same children of God saw the mighty power of God. Yes, they saw how God delivered them from the Egyptians. They saw how God delivered them from the Red Sea. They saw how God divided the Red Sea, and they went through that. Now they have gone into the promised land. This is what God had promised to them, a promised land, and they saw good things there. The giants frightened them, and because of the giant, they developed a negative report, and that report frightened the children of Israel. Yes, because when those 10 spies spoke negatively, it affected the whole congregation. It affected them, and they were scared. But what happened is that Caleb and Joshua were different from the 10 other people. Yes, this is to tell us, when we see 12 people, 12 spies who have gone to spy the land, we see 10 people have a negative report and only 2 have a good report. This is to tell you that in the world of today, 80% of people are negative. 80% of people speak negatively. Yes, I love this revelation. I love this. It's just now that I'm discovering that. It's kind of funny. Yes, because if you want to check the statistic, 10 people had a negative report. Let's take, for example, nowadays, in our environment, what is happening, many people are just talking negatively. Things are becoming strong, things are expensive, people talk that way. That is, we can compare it with what happened that day with the children of Israel, with the 10 spies. But there was a difference. 2 people decided to be different. 2 people decided not to just focus on the negative part, not just focus on the giant, but they decided to focus on the good part. There's honey and there's milk. The God who saw us through in Egypt, the God who delivered us from Egypt, can still deliver us now.